everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me to my girlfriend Danielle. Thank you. So I'm going to read a poem and then I'm going to talk a little bit about intermittent fasting and the benefits of intermittent fasting and then how you can start your own intermittent fasting journey. I wasn't always this fly, healthy, and free. I tried to eat myself out of depression, hoping fast food would bring me off my knees. I looked for comfort and peace in the mounds of food that I ate, but all I was doing was sealing my fate. Hypertension, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. Guess what? All those chronic diseases run in my family. I've watched everyone I love become a victim to the U.S. healthcare system. If only they had taken better care of themselves, the throes would have missed them. But we do the best that we can, because if we knew better, we would do better, right? But shouldn't we know by now that you can't trust anything white? When I was 10, my dad told me, if it's white, it ain't right. And I heard someone say, the whiter the bread, the sooner you're dead. The harsh reality is, you go to the white man and end up in a hospital bed. We have forgotten everything our ancestors said. There is more than loyalty and royalty inside your DNA. And now Big Pharma has become your karma. But I'm slowly remembering everything that I already know. And the results, which are so amazing, are starting to show. I wish I could have saved my grandmothers and fathers, but their spirits are pushing me to take it one step farther. Dr. John Henry Clark said, take what you do best and do it for your people. The ancestors laid the blueprint, their lifestyle is the prequel. 6 small meals a day is what the colonizers left us. But we need to break the cycle and reestablish trust. Reestablish our ability to self-heal, repair, and renew. We have the power. Being healthy, happy, and whole is what we should pursue. Fasting, water, plants, and herbs. Eat everything you can from God's green earth. It ain't that deep. Creating health is really quite simple. But the system creates confusion to keep your mind crippled. I am here to tell you what you only need to remember. You are the salt of the earth, a melanated temple. You are what you eat, you are what you drink, you are what you think. Everything you do is a reflection of you. Anything you can't fast from, you are a slave to. I'm only here to tell you what you already know and simply need to remember. You are the salt of the earth, a melanated temple. Heal your body and free your mind before it's too late and you run out of time.
Yeah. I said you stay on your grind and I see that. Most miss the signs of truth, so I will see them clear facts of the money make you move. Family make you think, still puffing on them clouds, stinging teeth from your drink, passing cracks on this roller coaster. It's like roll of the dice, you tapping out, you always know when the growth is over. You're never getting younger, thinking God you're alive. Cause most didn't make it, but they so stay life immortalized those forgotten times. No, it's harder to judge, cause what we juggle is the same strip and that rhyme. Same block, same slims, getting coffee, lot of picks. Hills in the morning, always looking for early late. Head above the water, still diving into a pool. Cause I'm clocked, stay moving, attitude, can't lose. Walk uphill, fire, still can't see the goddamn view. Gradually observing destinations. They said we learn from that best, very degraded. Shake our heads at the risk we take it. But still embrace it, adapt it, but never change it. No, these chains don't define on this world on which you're taking. I was to the system, surviving the dying nation. Laws implied, stripped of our rights, they call us murderers. Every time I turn around, who likes is killing everyone. Politicians don't live it, but know they first to run. Don't they really know it always starts off with a gun? And yeah, we lied, I'm spoken and televised. Time after time, while we still willing to pay our tithes. Praying to our Father while we still hearing the devil lies. Got my third eye twitching, trigger finger itching. Tied toiling on an outcome that's forbidden. Got my mind gone. Time long, you got my mind gone. Time I know. Come on. Thank you.
Loving yourself with mind, body, and soul health. Who can say they took time and gave themselves love today? Whether it was eating something good for them, or exfoliating, or just twisting up your hair, or whatever it may be. Have you taken time out and just showed love to yourself today?
You got to love yourself first.
Yes, it's necessary. It's necessary. Peace, brother. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. So, when you love yourself with mind, body, and soul health, you just increase the time that you have on this earth. You increase the positivity that's in your life. You increase your wealth. You take the time out to read and take the time out to comprehend. Right? I know this from the people that I be around. They read their books and they learn their knowledge. They get what they need to get. I appreciate that. So, loving yourself with mind, body, and soul health. As we sit here as black people, as Israelites, as Muslims, as whatever you label yourselves here today, love yourself. When you love yourself, that means you look around and you look at someone that looks like you or their hair's naughty like you. You show love to that person. You don't shun that person away regardless of what they do or what they believe. Now, I mean, if they're doing it or believing something that's going to bring harm to you, you just move out the way, right? But to truly love someone is when you see someone down, or if you're down yourself, you still want to help, right? Right? And that's what this is about, man. This ain't all about rapping. This ain't all about eating. This ain't all about that. It's about coming together and showing each other love, man. We've been doing this shit for about 5-6 years. That man showed me mad love. I remember one time in the back, I was going through it. You remember that time? And I was like, yo, I just keep thinking about death. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And the word that you hit me was, why? If you bring that type of vibe around, that's what's going to happen. You know, you could just be like, oh, all right, hey, man, deal with it yourself. But you took time out and you showed care, man. That's why I definitely respect you as a brother, man. You know what I mean? You show love. So, you know what I mean? This is something we have to do. We're the griots. We pass down love. We pass down wisdom and knowledge to each other. If you did, you would step to the microphone, kid. So if you want it, come and get it. All on this MIC, I shit it. Come on, baby, don't try to play me. I move and groove, my shit be like gravy. All over the sauce, all over the lyrics. Yo, I get it to you, the Holy Spirit, yo. He got it right, he got it right, he got it right, we rock it right, yo. What's up, me, it's in the house, so watch your mouth, we knock you out, and then you talking, keep on walking. Yo, like TC Peterson, remember him? Uh-huh. Yo, my style is in the blur. I rip the microphone, keep the shit out of curse. They don't want it with these musical components. Yeah, turn that beat up, man. Yo, the cipher is over. Who wants the mic?
Yo, everybody wants some of my jazzy and dead. MC's looking mad like I'm actually next. Popping off at your jaws, get your cavities checked. They be running through the lawns, they be snapping their necks. Just to gather around a rap and guess I have an effect. A phenomenon you have to respect. Everybody needs to know that when I bring my missiles, I'ma make you reach your ghosts like Ebenezer's Christmas. Never met the Reaper, but I still respect the business. Cause my president's convinces that we still elect officials. AI hasn't decided to have my brain fried. I thank God, but then I run for nature at the same time. Humans come with me, some of these creatures come with AI. Few of us awaken, but then most of us remain blind like Ray Charles. Only thing I'm smoking is this Marinade. No camouflage, you bitch, I stay high. I push the bullshit to the wayside. I measure down to 5'4", but stack it up to 8'9". Inside my bank account and get it with no gang signs. So when they move the planet out, my mama in a skate park. Operation Save Minds, I created space time. The government is coming to enslave minds. Put us in chain bonds and that was brainwash.
up our black heroes. Black heroes. Any black heroes in here? Yeah. Thank you. Right answer. Black heroes. I do what's called poetry. They're 3-line rhymes, like a haiku, but they rhyme. I guess that's it, right? They're 3-line rhymes. Our black heroes. Carter G. Woodson. He did everything he could, son. He's the reason we celebrate the hood, son. Harriet Tubman. That lioness was no cub, man. When they gonna put her on the dub, man? Frederick Douglass, a bane to slave smugglers at the weigh-in for Civil War tugglers. Marcus Garvey, his ship display was Marvy, but most black folks preferred an RV. Benjamin Banneker, author, surveyor, capital manager. This boy's got a lot of keys. What is he, a janitor? Okay, Dwight Eisenhower. What? Dwight Eisenhower. You know he declared Black History Month? Shut up, Dwight Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower declared Black History Month and didn't cower, but he stopped short of declaring Black Power. Stop it. Yeah. Thurgood Marshall. The legal arts he would marshal. In court battles, no warrior withstood Marshall. George Washington Carver. If this scientist didn't work harder, most of the U.S. would be a dust harbor. That's true. Lewis Latimer. His filaments weren't a glimmer. Even Edison's bright ideas were dimmer. That's true, too. Sojourner Truth had to go sojourn for truth. Made her life's mission to learn the truth. W.E.B. Du Bois, the NAACP's Grand Poobah, who had too many friends in Cuba. Dr. Charles Drew, when blood banks ran blue, he was doctor, got a lot to do. Ralph Bunche had a peacemaker's hunch. He saved the state of Israel in the crunch. President Abraham Lincoln, what? President Abraham Lincoln, it wasn't about the slaves he was thinking. He would have saved the youth. He would have said, okay, let's try that again. President Abraham Lincoln, wasn't about the slaves he was thinking. Would have saved the Union without a chain on Lincoln. It's true. Nat Turner, a preacher, none sterner. In one hand a Bible, in the other a burner. Elijah Muhammad wasn't just Christians, damn it. Our black heroes run the gamut. Toussaint Louverture liberated the gens du couleur, from picking cotton to rocking velour. Thank you very much. John Brown was willing to kill a town to prove that white boys are down. Huey P. Newton said America was full of gluten and recommended a diet of steady shooting. Malcolm X, with a militant flex, made white men loosen their shirt necks. Martin Luther King, with a proverbial stone and a sling, in Goliath's ears let freedom ring. Rosa Parks, her backside and sparks, a movement without any great remarks. Barack Obama held the office of the highest drama. The camel called him a sheep, the sheep called him a llama. It's true. Thank you very much.
So I have been on my own intermittent fasting journey. I've been fasting for over 500 days, and it's made such a big difference in my life. And I really believe that everything that I learn, all the information that I come a hold of or that comes to me, that I need to share it with everyone that I can. So I started my own business. It's called Melanin Rich Wellness. And it's to optimize the physical, the spiritual, and the mental health of the Black community through intermittent fasting and Black radicalism. And so one of the pillars of my business is intermittent fasting. And so to kind of help me fast on a daily basis, it helps me to understand what's happening to my body when I'm fasting. So it really helps me to think of it this way. So just picture your kitchen, right? And let's say tomorrow you wake up and you fix this big breakfast, bacon, eggs, pancakes, potatoes, everything. You fix that meal and then you leave. And then you come back later and you make a snack and you leave. And then you come, you make this nice lunch, you leave. You get another snack, you leave, and then you come and you make your dinner, whatever it is, spaghetti or gumbo, whatever, and you leave. And you never wash a dish, you never put anything up, you just leave. And imagine if you do that day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. What is your kitchen gonna look like?
Terrible.
It's gonna look terrible, it's gonna be a mess. And that's the same thing that happens to our bodies when we eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack here, snack there, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. The same thing that happened to your kitchen when you didn't clean and you kept eating is the same thing that happens to your body. When you just eat and you eat and you eat, there's an accumulation of toxins, and that's how you get disease. That's how you get hypertension, type 2 diabetes, migraines, chronic fatigue. You're depressed, you're anxious, you can't think right. It's because you have just been eating and eating and eating constantly. So then imagine you go into your kitchen and you're like, you know what, I'm cleaning up now. And you wash all the dishes, you load the dishwasher, you take out the garbage, you wipe down the counters, the stove, you sweep and you mop. What is your kitchen gonna look like? It's gonna be clean, it's gonna be beautiful, and that's the same thing that happens to your body when you fast. It's your body's innate healing and cleaning system. And that's what we need to do. We need to start fasting so that our body can release all of those toxins that have been built up in our system. And so there are physical benefits of fasting, which is you lose weight, you can reverse hypertension, you can reverse type 2 diabetes, you will regenerate your immune system. You know, everybody's gotten the flu. I haven't been sick once since I've been fasting. Now, I call in sick all the time, but I don't really be sick. So you are just healthier from a physical perspective. And then mentally, you can think clearer, you're more productive. And it's a built-in mechanism to protect you from anxiety and depression, and you feel better, and you're more productive in everything that you do. And then also, from a spiritual perspective, what happens is that we are a melanated people. So our pineal gland secretes melanin. But when, again, when you have all those toxins built up in your system, you're not able to produce as much melanin. So when you're fasting, you're actually increasing your melanin secretion, which means you're increasing your connection to the universe. You're increasing your connection to your higher power, whatever that may be. And then also what happens is that our food is information. Our food tells us what to do. So it's more than just calories and grams of carbs and protein and fat. It's information. So when you eat the good foods like fruits and vegetables, the information that it gives your body is that you should heal, you should repair, and you should renew. And when you eat the bad foods or comfort foods, it tells your body to degenerate, and it tells your body to be more prone to disease. But when you're fasting, you're not getting any information from any food at all, whether it's good or bad. So where's your body getting the information from? It's tapping into our DNA as Africans, that inherent power, that inherent greatness in us. And that's what your body begins to rely on. And so that's what happens when you fast from a spiritual perspective. You're more calm. You're not as triggered. You see the world differently. And so that's the benefits of fasting. So how do you start a fasting journey? Ideally, your last meal should be between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then you will fast for 16 hours. So if your last meal was at 6 p.m., you eat the following day at 10 a.m. If your last meal was at 7, it would be 11 a.m. If it was at 8, it would be 12 noon. So you fast for those 16 hours, and during those hours that you're fasting, you're drinking water, you can drink herbal tea, or you can drink coffee, but no cream, no sugar. And then when it's time to break your fast, have your breakfast, you would want to have a smoothie. So like spinach and pineapple, apple. You want to give your body vitamins and minerals and nutrients and all those phytochemicals and antioxidants that is going to be good information for your body to receive. And then you can just eat for the remaining hours if you want, and then you would stop between 6 and 8. And that's how you fast. And if you do that day after day, week after week, month after month, your body will begin to release those toxins, and you will begin to be happy, healthy, and whole. And that's what we want. We want to reclaim our health. We want to reclaim our ability to heal ourselves so that we're not stuck in the cycle of the U.S. healthcare system where it's doctor visits and trips to the pharmacy, and there's a deteriorating quality of life, and then ultimately it's a premature death. So, intermittent fasting is something that you should definitely think about incorporating into your life. And one of the things that has really helped me to fast is to understand that a diet changes the way you look, but a fast changes the way you see.
Watch how we beat. We said, praise and the region, there's a bit of more people. We said, no, we need to want me no more. This is the second, there's a conversation. The almighty and the second danger. It's not gonna rain. It's not gonna rain. When you rain, it's not gonna rain. Hey, watch me now. We said, who already died? Bad man, they might get over with. And then just them will die. Bad man, let's have a chop. Hey, boy, you're not gonna want to die. All the time.
We keep it moving, eye for an eye. We keep it moving, we stay flying. Lord have mercy, Lord. We do what we do everything. You wanna get away, but you can't even think with us. Step on this life alone. I step on this life alone. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Come on.
Oh, Lord of mercy, oh, Lord of mercy, oh, can we say, oh, Lord of mercy, oh, Lord of mercy, oh, and stop the beat. Can we say, boom, bye, bye, now I take boy head, crazy, Mr. Lane, I'm the kill boy dead, and we come around with a below spread, and we come, boy, murder king, this song, who's see it?
I just want to bless somebody one time by moving.
Oh, John about to bless this.
Yeah, you better go, my bad.
Whatever beat we putting on.
Get him. Yo, someone listens to Saba. Oh, okay, okay.
And it's going to like this for a while. In the midst of success, Cupidity's display. My hands that love you much, and all they do now is hate and cosplay. Being spot and everything they had, not trying to get to all you got is similar to schemes and man pop. That watch my boxing said it's so more means to leave dead. The dog trying to get paid, shoulder a rock, coming in the bed, and on your brain, and even the corpse. You don't let it into the red room. Beat you in the head like you was a drum, the hype was right to the game, and another refusal was in it, being accomplished. What's wrong with our accomplishments? Better believe you coming for me, you gon' get blazed with artillery. Some front with a shoe face, more than a few by two face. They get mad till they turn state, they even convict you on a new face. 8 days, the new day, things change, but it's the same. Still struggle, use drugs, and liquor to block the pain.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
up, acknowledge and have the battle, and already taste defeat. We've reached the level of stagnation at its highest peak, which has left is divided like cracks in the concrete. See, the scars is embedded in my bloodstream. It runs rapid. The shadow of my broken dreams came from reality. So no time for fantasy worlds, time's luck, time's rough. See, I'm just waiting for reality. So what's the point of having dreams? They only come around when you're asleep. Life is so hard, some people can't deal with pressure. Some say life is like a seated bitch. Many choose to leave with slit wrists. Some put their life to the spoon watch powder form to a hot liquid, rubber band around the arm, take needle and stick. Some put that rock to the stem, going off the first hit. Some choose small limit, higher limit, pop pills, smoke green to get it back and slip. Typical scapegoat, but that's no escape though. This bandage so wound doesn't stop any pain. It's cracks in the roof, you can't escape the heavy rain. It's cold real, even when it's hot outside. See words falls and deaf ears, don't listen to silent cries.
This is a Dynamite Quickie. I have 5 good questions for you and one at the end. All right, y'all. So, who are you?
My name is Kathleen Richardson.
What's your title?
I'm a holistic nutritionist.
And what do you do? Like, what does that consist of?
Well, what it mainly consists of is that I will help individuals, whatever physical issues that they have, whether it be type 2 diabetes, hypertension, any type of illness, I will help them through intermittent fasting and through nutrition to reverse those so-called chronic diseases.
Okay. So when did you start this? When did you start getting this journey?
I started in 2015. So in 2013, I was diagnosed with hypertension, and I was only 29, and they told me that, they gave me pills, and I just didn't want to repeat the cycle that I seen everyone in my family partake in, so I was able to heal myself. So that was in 2013, and I started learning so much, and I said that I have to share this information with my community, with my people, and so I became a certified holistic nutritionist, nutrition and wellness consultant. I'm a certified vaginal steam facilitator. I do the intermittent fasting specialist. And so I just teamed up with a group of individuals, and we do a fasting challenge every month where we will guide people on how to fast and help them to get off medications and just to improve their quality of life.
Wow.
I have a question. What is vaginal steaming? I mean, I don't got a vagina, but it sounds interesting.
Well, vaginal steaming.
Stole my question.
So vaginal steaming is a self-healing tool. So it's something that it's our grandmother's medicine. So you use the 4 elements of the earth. You use water, heat, herbs, and steam. And what it does is that it nourishes and it heals the womb. So it addresses all types of issues such as fibroids, PCOS, excessive menstruation, bacterial infections, urinary tract infections. It addresses PMS symptoms and also menopausal symptoms. So it's basically our way of healing ourselves without the help of the U.S. healthcare system. If you are familiar with the father of gynecology, his name is J. Marion Sims, and he experimented on Black female slaves without anesthesia. So the practice of gynecology is filled with racism, and it's our way to take our health back into our own hands.
Beautiful. Just got one more question for you. I asked everybody that I do a Dynamite Quickie with, if there was one thing in this world that you could take away, what would it be?
White supremacy.
All right. Yo, for the people. Ashe, that's what's up. Thank you very much. Oh, so you got a question?
I do. I was speaking to someone today jokingly about corona vaccine, right? Coronavirus. And jokingly, I because they talked about they being willing to get the vaccine if they do get one. And I jokingly said, try a plant-based diet or something like that, right? And I was just wondering, lifestyle, I suppose, would help in your developing or your immune system, right? Can you tell me anything more, or is that pretty much the general idea? Is that correct?
That is correct. So I don't watch the news, so I don't know about what's going on unless people tell me. So I've been hearing a lot about the coronavirus, and I did some research on it, and it seems to be something that's not similar, but it could be, I guess, on a bigger scale to like a cold or respiratory infections or the flu. And the thing is that, like you were saying, if your immune system is strong, then you should ideally be able to ward off any viruses that you come into contact with. And so with fasting, with the plant-based dieting, you are able to regenerate your immune system, and you are able to build up innate defenses within yourself to fight off any of those diseases. The vaccines, the issue with that is that you're being injected with the virus with the hopes that your body will ward it off. But if you already have a strong immune system, again, that goes back to us being melanated people, and we're able to fight off more diseases. We don't get impacted the same way that white society does when it comes to a lot of things, because we are a melanated people. So you increase your melanin, you would regenerate your immune system. You should hopefully be able to ward off any of those issues.
Thank you very much. So, yeah. If you got any questions, where can we find you if you have any other personal questions?
Give them the website. Got cards.
Please,
I do have cards.
leave some on the table.
Yes, I'll leave my cards, but on Instagram, I share a lot of information on my social media. On Instagram, it's at Melanin Rich Wellness. And then Facebook, it's facebook.com/Melanin Rich Wellness. And then my website is www.melaninrichwellness.com.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. All right.